Welcome back to Insightful Gaming. Today, we are going to go over a mind-bending, unbelievably powerful, and arguably the pinnacle of a Titan build. Imagine having an unlimited amount of ability regeneration, a never-ending cascade of orbs of power and fire sprites coupled with jaw-dropping damage and healing potential. You'll transform into an unstoppable, hammer-hurling or hammer-slam Titan. Make sure to hold onto your helmets because this build packs even more punch. Effortlessly conquer the toughest challenges and shrug off damage as if it were a mere annoyance, all thanks to the crown jewel of our loadout, the Hellfire Heart exotic. With this exotic, when your super is fully charged, you'll feel invincible as you decimate enemies with a merciless barrage of grenades and hammers. The cherry on top is that our build is expertly crafted to turbocharge your super in record time. It's all about lightning-fast super generation. Once it's ready, unleash a continuous blitz of abilities without ever deploying your super. Should you need to access your super in a pinch, don't worry, you'll replenish it in no time and resume the cataclysmic cycle. If you love this build and find it useful, please remember to like the video, drop a comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling builds and gaming content. Now, let's dive headfirst into the action. Let's break down this exceptional build for you. The entire focus of this build is centered around our exotic, with the primary aim being to charge your super and use it only when absolutely necessary. To expedite super generation, we're making use of armor mods on our helmet. Now let's delve into the execution of the build. Start by using your Firebolt grenade, which is made even more potent with a rain of firebolts and flare-up seasonal mod, providing an additional grenade charge and additional scorch stacks. The fragments we're using, your grenades apply even more scorch stacks and damage, swiftly eliminating weaker foes and scorching the rest. Defeating scorched targets generates melee energy and spawns fire sprites thanks to our Ember of Searing fragment. With our thoughtfully chosen mods and fragments, your melee and ability energies are perpetually replenished. Release your throwing hammer, further restoring your grenade and class ability energy. You can also use the Consecration Aspect's Slam to do the same thing. Solar abilities and weapon kills spawn powerful sunspots on the ground, which not only recharge your abilities faster, but also reduce super energy drain. Sunspots also scorch additional targets, and standing on them heals you through restoration. With our exotic Hellfire Heart, your charged super dramatically accelerates your abilities regeneration. Understanding the inner mechanics of this build is essential to master it with ease and efficiency. So gear up and get ready to dominate the competition with this unbeatable build. Let's take a closer look at the weapons and gear loadout for this epic build. The BXR-55 Battler is the weapon of choice, with its solar nature blending seamlessly with the rest of the build. The Incandescent perk proves useful for dealing damage to clusters of enemies, while the Demolitionist perk lets you unleash grenades more frequently, resulting in even more destruction. Any other weapon boasting these two perks should be considered as well. Another exceptional weapon to pair with this build is Sunshot. This weapon has always been a top contender for solar buffs, with explosions that provide clear sightlines and scorching nearby enemies upon killing. Its exotic perk, Sunburn, fires explosive rounds and highlights targets that take damage from Sunshot. When it comes to your heavy weapon, feel free to choose based on personal preference, but consider Avoid Heavy to take advantage of our seasonal mod's steady supply of heavy ammo. Now let's delve into the stats you'll want to prioritize for this astonishing build. First and foremost, Resilience empowers you to withstand the most grueling content, ensuring you can take a hit and keep fighting like a true champion. Next, zero in on Discipline for more frequent and powerful grenade throws. While not the top priority, Recovery is a significant asset as it enables swifter barricade usage. Strength isn't as critical since our build provides infinite melee, making melee energy generation a walk in the park. So prioritize the first two stats and regard Recovery as a valuable bonus. Moving on to abilities, our ultimate weapon is the awe-inspiring Hammer of Soul, summoning Scorching Hammer that obliterates everything in its path. Perfect for vanquishing hordes of enemies or dishing out colossal boss damage. It also spawns sunspots on impact for endless ability regeneration and healing. If you are using the Consecration Aspect, I recommend using Burning Maul. For our grenade ability, we handpicked the Firebolt grenade, dishing out solar damage and annihilating clusters of foes. Seasonal mods harmonize seamlessly with this grenade. Flare Up intensifies scorch stacks attached to Firebolt grenades, and Rain of Firebolts bestows an extra grenade charge, making it a true force to be reckoned with. Our class ability, Towering Barricade, proves indispensable in desperate situations, offering cover and protection. With Speed Recharge, courtesy of stats and mods, you'll employ this ability frequently. As for movement ability, we have a soft spot for Catapult Lift, but this is subjective, so feel free to choose your favorite. Personally, I relish the burst of initial momentum that Catapult Lift provides while jumping, making navigation in uncertain areas a breeze. Finally, for our solar melee, we're wielding the Unstoppable Throwing Hammers. This ability allows you to hurl hammers, dealing solar damage, ideal for dispatching distant adversaries. Again, if you are using Consecration Aspect, you will also be able to reset your slam every time you pick up that hammer. It is really strong. You should definitely try it out. It meshes flawlessly with our build by generating class ability and melee energy with each throw. Aim your hammers with precision for effortless retrieval, but don't worry if you miss, you'll still passively generate melee energy at a breakneck pace. Let's delve into the incandescent duo of aspects that ignite our Solar Titan build into a blazing inferno. The Roaring Flames aspect is an absolute must-have, adding extra firepower and a scorching effect to your solar abilities. This combination swiftly takes down even the most resilient foes in challenging content. But the real star of the show is the Soul Invictus aspect. It creates sunspots whenever you defeat enemies with solar abilities, Hammer of Soul impacts, or by taking out scorched enemies. These sunspots not only increase your ability regeneration, but also mitigate super drain while standing within their fiery embrace. Sunspots also apply scorch and damage nearby enemies, and entering a sunspot grants restoration. The Roaring Flames aspect stacks up to 3 times, amplifying the damage of your solar abilities upon landing final blows with solar abilities or ignitions. This creates a stunning chain of explosions and chaos, spawning sunspots in abundance. These aspects are critical for dealing colossal damage and maintaining vitality, particularly in high-level content. With Solar Ignition, you can channel energy into a weapon or ability to boost its potency. This creates a massive solar explosion that wreaks havoc on the surrounding area when activated by applying Scorch to a target. Scorch damage escalates as more Scorch stacks accumulate, igniting the target in a blaze of fury. There's another way to play this build that involves replacing one aspect with another. In this case, you can replace your Roaring Flames aspect with Consecration aspect. This new skill allows you to do a powerful move while sliding, which sends a wave of fiery energy in front of you, damaging anything in its path. Then, you can jump into the air and slam down, creating an even bigger wave of fire that scorches enemies. If the fire hits an enemy that's already scorched, they catch on fire and take extra damage. It's really fun to play with, so you should give it a try. Let's now explore the powerful fragments we're including in our Solar Titan build. First up is Ember of Eruption, which boosts the area of effect of your solar ignitions. Pair it with Ember of Char for maximum effect, allowing your solar ignitions to spread scorch to nearby targets, particularly useful in higher level content. But that's not all. Ember of Ashes is an absolute must-have for Solar Titans, as it allows your solar abilities and weapons to inflict extra scorch stacks on enemies, dealing damage over time. The damage increases as the number of scorch stacks accumulates, eventually igniting the target and stunning unstoppable champions. This fragment is essential for swiftly taking down even the toughest foes, making it a vital component of our build. One last thing, if you are running the Consecration aspect, you won't need to make any changes to these fragments. Finally, we have Ember of Searing, which grants melee energy when defeating scorched targets and spawns a fire sprite, which helps to regenerate your grenade energy. Let's jump into our next section of the video and go over the breakdown of the armor mods for this incredible build. We'll start with the helmet, where our priority is super generation speed. Ashes to Assets and Hands Asterisk on will give you bonus super energy on grenade and melee kills, while Harmonic Siphon spawns orbs of power with rapid solar weapon final blows. And let's not forget the Heavy Ammo Finder, unless you prefer the seasonal artifacts Void Heavy Finder. Moving on to the Gauntlets, where we're all about boosting melee energy. Heavy-handed will spawn orbs of power with powered melee final blows. We are also using one Grenade Kickstart mod, giving us grenade energy back when it is fully expended. Next, we are running Melee Kickstarter mod that will give us the melee energy back quickly when fully expended. These will be useful with Slam build also. Now, let's talk about the chest, where mods perfectly synergize with our exotic. With 2 charged up mods, your ability regeneration is enhanced when your super is fully charged, allowing you to carry 2 additional armor charges for the Kickstart mods. For the legs, we're all about improving grenade energy recovery. 2 Innervation mods reduce grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power, while 1 Stacks on Stacks armor mod gives you an extra armor charge when you pick up orbs. Finally, the Titan Mark is where we select mods that elevate the build's overall strategy. 2 Bomber mods reduce grenade cooldown when using your class ability, and the Reaper mod spawns an orb of power after a weapon final blow following class ability use. Let's dive into our seasonal mods now. In the first row, it's all about customizing your selection to your preferred weapon type. Submachine gun enthusiasts can rejoice with the Submachine Overload mod, while those who prefer scout rifles will love the Unstoppable Scout Rifle mod. For bow wielders, the Overlord mod is a perfect fit. And for taking down barrier champions, the Anti-Barrier Pulse Rifle and Sidearm mod is the way to go. But your subclass can also give you the power to defeat champions. With the Arc subclass, use the Blind or Blinding aspects to stun unstoppable champions. With Solar subclass, Ignition damage will do the trick. With Stasis subclass, Shatter damage stops them in their tracks. And with the Strand subclass, the Suspend aspect suspends unstoppable champions, stunning them in the process. And the best part, these mods are passive and don't require any slotting. As we move on to the second row of seasonal mods, check out the Multi-Siphon mod, which combines the effects of the Strand, Solar, and Void Siphon mods in your helmet. This is particularly useful if you use different energy weapons and want to generate orbs with both types of weapons. The next 4 mods reduce the energy costs of your armor mods that affect your Solar, Strand, Void weapons, and grenades. In the third row, the Solar Surge mod is a must-have, as collecting fire sprites grants you armor charge. To move to the next tier, choose 2 more perks, such as Shatter Orbs, which creates an orb of power upon breaking a shield with matching damage type. And for high-level PvE content, Flare Up is a formidable choice for fireable grenade users, granting more scorch stacks and spawning a fire sprite near damaged enemies. In the fourth row, the must-have mod is Bricks from Beyond, which eliminates the need for heavy ammo finder mods by granting heavy ammo for you and your allies upon defeating powerful combatants with a Void weapon. And in the fifth row, Rain of Firebolts is a top choice, providing an additional charge of fireball grenade. Finally, if you are using a Void weapon, don't forget about the indispensable Void Weapon Channeling mod, which provides a temporary boost to Void weapon damage after defeating a target with a fully charged Void ability. And if you want to help your fire team, the Prismatic Transfer mod is a great choice, granting a bonus to weapon damage for each member of your fire team with a different subclass damage type when you cast your super. In conclusion, this Solar build is a force to be reckoned with, which is perfect for any activity in Destiny. Our selected abilities, aspects, fragments, and armor mods work seamlessly together to create a devastating combination that will leave enemies in its wake. If you enjoyed this build and found it helpful, please don't forget to like the video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting builds and gaming content. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your week.